Fashion has never just been about clothes. For a lot of people, it was armor. It was language. It was resistance. When you don't have power in government, in money, or in media, you find other ways to assert your presence. And throughout history, one of the first places marginalized communities have done that is through how they dress. Clothing becomes a way to say, I exist, in a world designed to erase you or often forget about you. Take the Black Panther Party, for example. Their leather jackets, barrettes, and uniforms were never about looking fashionable. They were about discipline, unity, visibility, and power. They understood that appearance could intimidate systems that relied on seeing Black people as powerless. That uniform said, we are organized, we are serious, and we are not afraid. And this wasn't unique to them. Across cultures and movements, clothing has always been political. Punk fashion rejected conformity. Civil rights activists used tailored suits and dresses as a strategic response to respectability politics. Black communities have constantly had to balance self-expression with survival. Dress codes weren't created randomly. They exist to control who looks acceptable and who looks threatening. That's why Black expression is so often labeled unprofessional, aggressive, or inappropriate. Fashion becomes a battleground between freedom and control. But here's what always happens. Once rebellion becomes visually interesting, it becomes profitable. The aesthetics of protests get removed from their context and reintroduced as trends. What once symbolized resistance gets stripped of meaning and sold back to the public. Rebellion becomes a look, not a movement.
Is brand transparent? Are they willing to share where the product is made? A lot of times brands will champion women's rights, but behind the scenes, they're actually exploiting women in the global south, and they're not paying them a fair wage, or they're in poor working conditions, which is in direct contradiction to their marketing message. So the easiest way to figure that out is look on their website. If that is not published, write in and ask them. I mean, if they're really transparent, they would be willing to share photos of where it's all produced.
You see it on runways, and ad campaigns, and collections inspired by edge and grit without acknowledging where that grit came from. So the question becomes, who benefits when rebellion is rebranded? Because the people who created those looks rarely see the profit, and the systems they were resisting remain untouched. Fashion still speaks today. Every outfit tells a story, whether intentional or not. So the next time you get dressed, ask yourself, what is my clothing saying? And who taught it that language?